Oh! Crap!
No, I've never missed that short.
Oh! No! Wait, what? What? What the hell? No, you don't. There you go. Hey everybody, this is Coinless Star 1 here to me today with a good friend of mine, Mel, aka Brandon, or Brandon Melmer on his YouTube channel. I'll probably link in the description below. And today we're actually reacting to this video. Now, this was a video in particular where someone reacted doing is it possible to beat Luigi Mansion Dark Moon without touching any coins? However, to be completely honest, this run kind of is inaccurate, mainly because of how, if anything, if you only try to avoid coins, then the game's not much of a challenge, because all you're particularly just avoiding collecting other stuff. So yeah, Mel, do you agree with me with that sort of thing?
Yeah, I agree with you.
You want to also say hi to the viewers watching this video?
Yeah. Hey guys, how you all doing?
Alright, now by the way, this person in particular is a slightly bigger YouTuber, so reacting to him in particular, even someone being as small as me, could leave a bit of an interesting thing. And who knows, maybe I could say, hey, if you want to see really how this challenge will look and truly go, then probably if anything, I could probably either make a link and send a link to like the true challenge and how this really goes in particular, and how yes, I did beat the game without collecting a single piece of coin. And also, don't forget, I want to try at least fully try to do it and fully try to beat it. So, and this person here, NC, or is it NCS? Was it again?
Hold on.
Tell me name.
NCS07.
NCS07. So to make it fair, we'll do this other thing, and we're not gonna do any likes or dislikes in particular. That's too rude. But our focus in particular is to see basically how this person beat Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon while not touching a single coin.
Okay.
So let's watch.
Alright.
Oh, he's a smash intro. He's Fortnite, double cringe. I'm kidding, no, it's... You're watching Nintendo... Oh, Nintendo Craft Studios. Oh, that's what its name... That's what NCS means.
Hello everybody, my name is NCS07 here, and a while back I did a video on if it was possible to beat Luigi's Mansion 1 without touching any coins, which proved to be successful.
Yeah, the first game was...
Spoiler, by the way. Go watch that if you haven't seen it yet.
So for running the game in particular.
Follow up with Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Is Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon capable of being beat without collecting any coins?
Oh, he's actually...
Oh yeah.
Oh, so he's okay. So he looks like he uses actually clips from some of the...
I'm checking Conroy.
From other stream YouTubers. So I use actually legit... Okay, so it looks like he might be using some footage from other YouTubers. That's kind of different from me. Both when I did my Dark Moon upgrade run challenge and also the Luigi Mansion 3 Slamless run, both challenges of which will be linked in the description below, and also I'll probably show actually them up on the screen right now. Those two right there, I did show those challenges off legitimately, and also once all of this is kind of done, month of October, all this stuff going on, I plan on actually going through Dark Moon again and trying to beat the game one more time with every single level being having zero gold in general. Yeah. And mind you yourself, and I've done this before, some missions itself are actually harder than it really looks, especially when you have to like go let reset. That's honestly kind of why the mission structure really kind of works in Dark Moon, so you can reset. But let's continue onward with the video.
The dollars, the gold bars, the gems, which I don't think the gems actually really count towards your money total. But
no,
aside
from it does not.
Gems don't count for money. This definitely sounds like someone actually who's never really played Dark Moon too much, because first off, when people always say the gems always give you money in particular, you know, they're more likely an OG fan because yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. And yes, in this challenge in particular, there are some coins that are definitely unavoidable. Every single coin in the entire game is avoidable. Every single piece of treasure is avoidable in the entire game, except for really those 5 coins on a certain mission later on, C3. However, you definitely can get rid of them by using a technique that speedrunners I think I remember seeing using, known as ghost dragging. And that's an ability I didn't even know actually existed until after I asked a speedrunner about it. I actually asked another person. So honestly, I don't remember the person's name in particular, but well, whoever you are, thank you. Even more so, the actual speedrunner actually I've spoken with and how to try to do a Luigi Mansion Dark Room speedrun. Actually, I'll link that as well in the description below. Actually, gave me some good advice. Mind you, my first speedrun I ever did, I will definitely admit, it was not that. It was actually kind of average, pretty much in low percentages, a low rating in particular. But to be honest, it didn't really matter because I was able to at least commit and do something and at least try it out. And I'm actually kind of glad for that, don't you think? It was all done.
Yeah.
It was all done during Golden Star 1 week, which hopefully I'll do better again next year. You know, it was undergoing a lot of stressful times, and that was probably my first time attempting it, and we'll do it again. We'll do it again next. We will do it again next time.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue on with the video.
The normal coins you don't have to get. And also, there's also certain segments in the game where you'll get tossed in a mini game in which you have to pick up red coins. We're not going to pick those up either, regardless of if they count on your money stats or not.
Do they count?
I don't actually remember. I don't think they do. Actually,
I don't remember either.
Actually, Mel, since you have a chance to, why don't you go back and play through the game and check it out and tell me anything about that. Well, update me on this sort of thing. I think the best mission to kind of go for red coins would probably be maybe C2, maybe, because that one door you have to enter is right nearby the lifts or the skyline thing to be able to get there.
Yeah.
Try that maybe.
Yeah,
Go there and update me on that sort of thing. Okay.
Okay.
If they actually count. All right.
Okay.
So really, yeah, that's all the rules. So anyways, let's get started.
So that's
Now, here's the thing. This one is technically easier and harder. On the harder part, this time around, you don't have money counters for separate.
that's well, you see, all the money is kind of combined in a sense, which is where honestly you definitely see the kind of sort of confusion. But what's really interesting is that yes, the first game definitely was kind of unique in its own right. Although, if that's the case in particular, then it's possibly might have done the same thing with the Bills. And that might be where I think where Nico did much better. Same goes with D-Pad Gamer, who did the third game, and that's only if that was the case.
Separate amounts of money. Like in the first game, you had a counter that would show you how many coins you have, and another one for how many dollars you have. Here, all of the money is converted into G, whatever it is.
That's gold.
So essentially, you can't really see how many coins you have collected until you
gold.
beat the stage when you get to the results screen, which is probably not what we want.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of true. Okay, I can definitely understand. I can definitely understand when his point of view on this sort of thing. I'll definitely give him the credit for that thing right there. Okay, so yeah, he is right in that you have no idea what you're going to end up with till the very end, till after you beat the mission. But at the same time as well, you can always have sort of a special mental counter in your own head. For example, Gloomy Manor, you're not going to really see many gold bars in the first mission unless you come back to it the second time around, because it's not really going to go back to the first mission until after you get unlock the Darklight device. But at the same time as well, hopefully he at least mentions actually booze, because those are definitely the tricky ones in particular. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's true. Booze are definitely the worst thing to kind of deal with in the whole Coinless challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, that's how it is. And another problem is that this game, money is a lot more
Yeah, this is definitely.
The first game really had it where you only needed it for your rank. It didn't really do much to the game as a whole besides just spit out your score and what your rank was. This time, however, it's a lot more difficult because this time you use your money for upgrades.
Right, which was technically why the original name of the challenge run was the no upgrade run. And if you're not, and I'm not kidding to say this, when I first did the run the first time around, I ended up actually with around 713 coins, type of thing. I remember if you look at my, if I show up my original Dark Moon Let's Play playlist I did, I remember that's one when Susie first joined the streams, which in particular, I'll probably link that playlist in the description below. There was another one in particular I did. And that one, on the 4th stream, I did all 5 bonus missions. That's the only time I tried to tempt him with 0 gold. And tried to also get like a 5-star rank. Or a 3-star rank. Or gold rank. Which in particular are not easy. I'll definitely make, and that's all probably before I did finish the rest of Dark Moon. And mind you, those are not easy. Even when you have no upgrades. And also, you can't really collect, also, you have to, if anything, majority of the boos are fairly easy to collect without touching any getting treasure, except really for one boo, which is basically Booricrat. He is the only boo that requires you to collect like 36 coins, I think. However, I believe if you can, and a lot of these missions are pretty difficult, especially because the boos have the coins, if you can take advantage of some of the different ghosts you're battling against, and let them drag you around to remove the gold, you could probably still beat every single mission with 0 gold and have every single boo. Now, that would be even harder of a challenge. Right now, I'm not going to worry about collecting all the boos. I'll try to beat the game regularly without that sort of thing. If enough people want to see me do it sort of like that and try to beat every single mission and have all the boos captured and do all the bonus missions, and maybe I'll go back through the game and try to beat each mission without trying to capture the boos, and also duplicate all the different challenges that ghosts have to give me in those said missions, because mind you, some of the stuff actually is pretty tricky, but it is actually possible.
Yeah.
And these upgrades are for your poltergeist, and they make the game just that much more easy. Great.
True.
But again, like I said, dollar bills and gold bars are going to be very useful. You're going to want to try and collect them as much as possible.
And that's another thing in particular is why honestly I don't think we'll see this guy really being that skilled at the game. And that's mainly because, now mind you, he could probably react to this video right back, and that'd be pretty interesting, you know? But here we go.
Yeah.
If he reacts back to this, hi NCS07, this is Golden Issue Star 1, and Melembra, well, just we'll call him Mel. And
Mel.
We call him Mel, and here we go. And we were basically just reacting to your video, and, well, for someone like me who played through Dark Moon and tried to beat the entire game with 0 gold, and not even collecting a single gold bar or bill, well, but although they didn't even try to capture all the boos, well, I'm at least a pro. I'm at least a pro at that in particular. It was also one actually started off the whole slamless run. Yeah, Luigi mentioned 3. And I'm serious when I say this, but please, I want another YouTuber actually kind of try to do the challenge and see what they can do. See if they can probably beat my score of like. I'm not. No. Don't say a number. Oh, next number ticker in a way. Because to be honest, that run in particular is very difficult, and is definitely worthwhile to try to do. So if you want to try a challenge, try to see if you can beat the game with the fewest slams possible. It is difficult. Even now you have required slams, a lot of other bosses don't require slamming, or a lot of ghosts take a lot more hits. It makes the game actually harder, especially when you have to capture multiple ghosts at once, and you can't capture them at once with relative ease. It does slow the pace of the game down a little bit, but it adds a level of tension. Even more so, if you were trying to go over 100% and avoid slamming all the ghosts, now you add even more difficulty, especially because there's some of those gem ghosts that we basically say, hey, you need to slam us. And you have to slam them. The goos with the shields are brutal. especially because that was one of those points where I thought you couldn't slam it. I asked, I think was it Mel or Aiden in particular, another friend of mine, Aiden, if he could probably see go fight those guys and slam them. I ended up having to do it actually myself, most likely. So that was the one thing, and I found out it actually was possible to beat those ghosts without slamming them. So yeah, it was actually definitely was possible. So it definitely knocked them down a little bit. But that's the whole thing. You can definitely avoid slamming those ghosts with relative ease. Every single ghost, really the entire game, except for really the obvious trapper, which requires you to be slammed to defeat, can be beaten. And they're forced battles. But let's get back to the video.
Yeah.
And also, you're going to want to be very careful because there's a lot of things you can find in the game that are little puzzles, mini puzzles I guess you could call them, that when you complete them correctly, you will get a reward, including dollar bills, gold bars, and unfortunately enough for this run, coins.
Yeah, okay, I can definitely see that right
Yeah.
there. Oh yeah, actually. Ooh. Oh man, I just realized something. The snowball challenge on D3, trying to get that gem, particularly trying to get all the gems as well, especially all the red coin challenges that require you to get a gem. Oh yeah, that'd be tricky. Okay, yeah, I can see that gem being a challenge, like on its own, and also that the fact that you have the entirety of this of D3 itself, which is not fairly easy in the first place. You have to fight not only those three strong ghosts, and also go through the slide, which avoid the coins on the slide itself, and also try to capture the strong green chained greenie in that one room with coins on the podium up top on the
Oh yeah.
beam on top, and that would be difficult. So yeah, that I can definitely agree with that being tricky, and that'd be a challenge, mind you, a fairly difficult challenge. And people want to try to see if I can go for 100%ing Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, or at least 100%ing the main story thing without collecting any treasure. Please let me know, and I'll have to probably try to find a guide for every single Boo and Gem is, so I can at least actually know what them goes to do, and probably hopefully try to route out a perfect run. And mind you, this would probably take a lot of trials and errors, and probably might be a long series I might try to do. But hey, it would be fun because Dark Moon is my opinion. Because my opinion, and I made the whole ranking all three Luigi's Mansion games. I put Dark Moon as my best game. That's a confirmed fact.
Yeah.
But personal favorite. As long as I can want reaction to the Dark Moon video, not LM3 or Luigi's Mansion 1. No reason to do that. I only care about Dark Moon. I don't care about I don't care about the first game too much, and the third game is about kind of fun, and not collecting coins is kind of just already been done.
So essentially, we're going to want to try and avoid them almost at all costs, unless necessary. But on the easier side, unlike the first game where you could blow out of your vacuum, it wouldn't really push the coins anywhere. Here, you can push the coins away from you. So if there's coins in your way, use that L button and just swoosh them away.
Yeah, that's actually that's actually kind of true. That's honestly one of the good things I really like about at least Dark Moon in the third game is that you can literally blow away the treasure, and that really helps out in a lot of the runs. It really helps, especially for some of the later missions. And I even mean, yes, even the final boss requires you to use this strategy, and you gotta do it fast enough, or else the final boss, King Boo, will hit. Spoiler for King Boo. If you get kind of salty about it, get out of that rock, Patrick Star, because I'm not shitting you. King Boo is the final boss in the first game. He was the final boss in this game. He's the final boss in the third game, and he'll always be the final boss in all Luigi's Mansion games. So get over yourself. But
so get over yourself, fans.
Okay, yeah. But basically, Luigi's Mansion, in particular, was unique.
Yeah.
what I would say in particular is that, or Dark Moon, is that it was the first game in particular that you can sort of blow coins away. I think you could do. I don't think you could do it the first game, or the first game the blow button was mainly used for the elementals. Now, for a objective fourth Luigi's Mansion game, having the idea of playing multiple different Luigis, or having multiple different characters being playable in the games, having the elementals come back and have it be sort of thing, that could probably be a limitation of that character. That character can use elemental abilities, but they can't blow. They can't blow stuff, right?
Yeah.
You know, one might, but also and that may be some disadvantage, and that could be the thing. You have some advantages, disadvantages. Help keeps a nice little balance. You have four different kind of vacuums. One of which would have the ability to Luigi, one would have the abilities of like the supercharge and break and shield. One would only have the ability to break and shields. One would have the elemental ability. So you have elemental ability, shield breaking, slamming plus Luigi, and then you have the fourth game having the new abilities. There you go. Four different Luigi's, four different abilities. Now the game itself really stands out and becomes even better than the other ones. Because now you can choose your favorite preference, whichever one works better. Smart.
Yeah. Yeah, smart.
And plus a lot of people were like the OG vacuum of the first game, so why not? But continuing on with the video,
it's a lot easier this way around, and it's actually really, really easy. It makes it a lot easier. So yeah, and that's pretty much all I really have to explain, so let's get into it. Now, there's not really a whole lot to it just yet. I mean, really, there aren't coins in the way. So essentially, you can make it through the first mission pretty easily. Just don't deal with any coins, and you're pretty much good to go. Until you make it to the first ghost encounter. You see, in this game, unlike the first game, you can get money from catching ghosts, but only if you use your...
Yeah. Actually, that's where honestly, and it's actually that's kind of a true thing. I'll definitely agree with that sort of thing. You get money from the ghosts. That's actually kind of why I think I actually have a Google Keep thing, if I remember correctly. Let me go ahead and see if I can find it, and I'll probably share it on screen, where I basically went ahead and I'll show it. I'll definitely show it on the screen. So if you see right here, probably to my left or right, or on the screen right now, is I calculated itself how many ghosts every time he slammed you had to do for each ghost, an all ghost variance in the entire game. How many times you have to press the 8 button. Now a run I kind of want to do is what's the most minimum amount of A presses required to beat Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Now that would be a fun challenge, because in this case you're forced to press A to capture the ghosts, but can you capture every single ghost without pressing the A button any time to try to speed catching them? Paranormal Chaos would be a bitch to deal with, even if I don't have full upgrades. And mind you, when I was trying to speedrun through the game, I didn't have any of the golden bone, and I got a game over on that mission, and I beat that mission itself, and I had 0 gold when I beat that mission. I had a perfect score of 0 gold when I beat it. So when I died in the speedrun, that was actually honestly disrespectful. So if I ever try to do the speedrun again, hopefully that same thing doesn't happen to me again. Because that'd be embarrassing.
Yeah, that would.
Or if you suction more than one at one time. Now the problem is that when you use your power gauge on the ghosts at the first level, it'll spit out 3 coins, which is not what we want. So you can either choose to avoid them, or the better option, just suck them up without the power gauge. However, though, it is actually okay if you use the power gauge when you're capturing multiple ghosts at once, because this time around it won't actually spit back coins, well, part of the time. The main thing is that once you get to the floor...
Yeah, it's definitely because he's using Chuck Conroy's footage, the rip 1 coin thing.
Don't leave me.
Rip 1 coin. Rip 1 coin. That's I'm sorry. No. It's part of Chuck Conroy's video, because that's what he's using. But yeah, at least I use my own footage. That's at least something, right?
Yep.
But joking aside, yeah, he has a good point. Like, capture more multiple ghosts at the same time does better. You get gold bars. It's why and the more upgrades you have, the more likely you get better gold. That's honestly kind of why like you get like gold bars, at least 3 upgrades by literally capturing a ghost with a full red gauge. You get like 3 gold bars, or even actually 4 if you capture multiple two ghosts at once per ghost. It's kind of why, in particular, once you get to the red gauge, collecting money becomes basically a complete cinch. Hence why when you go through the challenge without collecting any treasure, avoiding that is entirely different. So yeah.
Once you get to the foyer, after you clear the washroom, whatever it's called, and you make it into the foyer where you have to deal with 4 ghosts, big recommendation that you try to capture all 4 ghosts.
Oh, that's from Hurricane's thing from Luigi actually tripping.
Spit back gold bars, and again, you need the money to get through the upgrades.
Do you remember when I was doing a speed run and I had Luigi actually grabbing the tablecloth and flipping and glitching out basically?
Okay.
You know what? When we play through the game again, we're doing that glitch again, because that was actually that was fucking hilarious. And if you've not seen it, watch my Dark Moon speed run, because I did it unironically. I also did the whole Toad slam, the Toad hanging in the air glitch on accident. I've tried it many times, and I've actually tried that glitch many times on purpose, and it's failed. When I do it I'm trying to do it on a speed run completely on accident, I managed to get it. I think I have a highlight of that maybe on my Twitch channel if I did it on Twitch or something. If not, maybe I'll probably upload those moments via on my Instagram channel, which I'll definitely link in the description below. My new Instagram channel.
Essentially, we're gonna want to keep doing this pretty much a lot of times, and I mean a lot of times. You're gonna want to really get as many dollar bills and gold bars as pretty much possible. You can either
I guess that's sort of thing. That's sort of difference. But hey, and an idea for my challenge in particular was kind of different. Was that capture multiple ghosts at once was a bit of an Achilles heel. You can do that at once, but you also add a bunch of treasures and gold bars that definitely would be in the way to try to avoid. The best option right there was I try to get as many ghosts as you possibly, try to drain them of their health, and then let them go, and then attack them one at a time. Sneakers were probably the ones in particular are the most infamous of those. And my Sneakers and Creepers are the most infamous because they always attack multiple times at once. So for the case for Sneakers, your best strategy for them was try to get all 3 of them at once, do one A press, weaken them a little bit, and then grab one at a time, try to suck them up. And that was much better because after that, the ghosts would flail around. Or if you need to keep the ghosts away, flash them, start sucking them up, let go, and let them run around, and then grab one of the other ghosts that are nearby. You have to sort of like juggle the different ghosts.
You can repeat this process, or you can continue on with the other missions. And thankfully, they don't really have many coins in the way. And if they do, again, use the L button, and you can swoosh them away.
Smooch them away.
And eventually, you'll be able to actually upgrade your Poltergust to level 2. This will add another gauge on your power gauge. Essentially, once the power gauge becomes green when you're capturing a ghost, it will actually instead replace it with a gold bar instead. This is great because it makes catching ghosts way more efficient, and it overall makes it a lot easier to get money. Because before, we would basically have to just keep doing the first mission.
I'll check this pun in the background.
Have luck, try not to collect any coins, and just get as many dollar bills as possible. But here, well, that's not really the case anymore. Here, now you catch ghosts, it'll spit back gold bars, but only if you use the green version of the power gauge, only when it's green. And essentially, we can tackle through pretty much the rest of the Gloomy Manor. There isn't really a whole lot waiting, except for one thing, the boo. See, you have to...
There we go.
Yeah, there we go now. Now we're talking about a tricky opponent. There are honestly, besides really the strong variants of ghosts being pretty tricky, there are really only 3 ghosts in particular I really say are truly, well, 4. There are really only 4 ghosts I say are truly a big threat in the entire run. Hiders, in their strong variants, which are really a nuisance. Creepers, which, mind you, will automatically drop you coins unless and they can't be some of them can be avoided and not actually forced to grab. But at the same time as well, you can't actually not run into them, shake them out, and split them up apart. If you do that, you don't get any coins at all, and you don't have to worry about the sort of thing. But it gets really tricky, especially during, like, say, at least old Clockwork's boss fight, where you have to deal actually with 5 creepers. But you can actually blow the clock hand and actually kind of reset time a little bit, Majora's Mask basically, and do that sort of thing. But as for boos, you have to find the right spot actually to grab them by the tongue and launch them all over the place, and that's not easy entirely. You need to basically find the right spot to do it. Get yourself to a perfect spot to hit the boo, and then also start keeping the coins away. If you're lucky, you can get the boo stuck in one side, and the coins stay there, and then just let them despawn, and then just make sure hold the dark light device and try to stun the ghost. Once the coins despawn, grab this. That very first boo is not easy, because there's no other ghost to battle. So if you collect any coins in that fight, you're kind of stuck. Reset the entire mission again. However, if you're going out and you're fighting the boo Boopa Troopa on the E-2, your best option there actually is attack the boo first and leave the sneakers to the toad, leave the toads to the sneakers. Take out the boo first. If you take any coins, that's fine. And then take advantage of actually the sneakers. It's actually the best strategy. Is take advantage of the sneakers. Otherwise, you're kind of screwed because those ghosts won't give you anything in particular. So you need to basically take advantage of the sneakers if you're forced to collect any coins. Otherwise, you're pretty much good. Because toads itself will be the worst part of the mission. Toad's the worst part of this game in particular, in terms of a challenge. And that's because they can always collect treasure. So you need to make people actually back and keep them safe.
Yep.
At least one boo in the Gloomy Manor on mission 4. And when they bounce around, look at that. Coins. Well, you're not going to probably see it on screen, but still.
Yeah, well, that's honestly the one thing in particular would be helpful as to kind of sort of see in terms of different challenges and everything. He's mostly shown actually Chug Conroy's thing in particular. Maybe what he probably could have done, and this is me being honest, this is 2 years old for a video for him, and I'm reacting to this 2 years late. What he probably should have done was maybe showcase actually the boo and just like cut through different points of the video of the whole highlight montage thing, Dark Moon montage thing. If I were actually using actually probably Hurricane's Dark Moon montage thing, Hurricane 500,000, which is a YouTuber who actually sort of actually in a sense indirectly kind of sort of actually spawned the whole challenge idea. Well, more like it was actually me and another friend, Frank, in one of his YouTube comments.
Yeah.
I don't remember which video. It was either during a secret mine or a secret mine or treacherous mansion. We were discussing the whole challenge thing, and you'll probably find out it was either around 2017, 2018, I think. So very early on, very old. But
in one of the episodes.
One of the episodes in particular, I was discussing the whole challenging, trying to beat the run without collecting any treasure, and that's how the whole run thing kind of began. Actually, Mel, did you ever find out the whole red coin thing?
Oh, no, not yet.
Yeah, tell me more about that.
Balance out coins. Okay. Now, essentially, all you're going to really want to do is just avoid these coins at all costs. This is probably one of the main hard parts of the run, considering it's a lot harder since the boo can bounce around everywhere.
Yeah, I agree with that fact. That's hence why your best strategy is. Yeah, I agree with that. So it's hence why your best strategy for getting rid of the boos is getting the bounce at a certain spot. If you can get him actually to bounce either a spot away from you, that's perfect. Even if the boo doesn't bounce all the way and complete his health down to 0, it's much better off. Oh, trust me, trying to go for a coinless run in LM3, or trying to 100% the game, or trying to do a slamless run, figure minimum slams run just with the boos alone, 16 times 20, 320 slams just for boos alone. Yeah. Not good. So...
Yeah.
And let's also not forget the Scare Scraper ghost, particularly on the treasure. That's going to be difficult. Now, mind you, if we ignored the skyscraper part of the game and we got all the old treasure checkers required and offside, then you figure you have those 16 boos plus the amount of slams required in the game itself without doing some other stuff like this, plus every single gem ghost in every single floor has a gem ghost. There you go. Or any future trappers you fight off against that you probably might attack, might deal with. You're dealing with probably, guessing correctly, if I'm actually being kind of interesting and being trying to be lenient, probably around 400 to 450, maybe even 500 slams just to beat Dark Moon 100%. And that's excluding the skyscraper side of things, which we'll ignore. But it's insane.
So definitely keep in mind that you're gonna have a little bit of trouble. But again, if you use the L button, not much of a problem. We can make it all the way to the spider boss, which doesn't really require that much. Now the main thing you might be thinking now is the possessor ghost
the possessor ghost very end. That's actually kind of why, honestly, you actually can. Out of all the ghosts in particular, only the grouchy, harsh, and shrewd possessors can actually be captured without actually going through their defensive shield phase. Only Overset and Tough cannot be defeated in those same means. And yes, I checked. Even during speedruns, your best strategy for each after capturing each of the possessor ghosts is actually kind of unique. For the Gloomy Manor one, if you're fortunate enough to actually hit the guy near far away, best bet would be to actually literally capture him while he's behind one of the pillars. Because then after that, you're gonna start blowing away the coins, and the coins will be actually behind a pillar, and you can't actually reach them. Haunted towers, if you actually get up actually behind get the coins behind the stairs, they can't get collected entirely. Overset, get them out of the arena. Secret Mine, just hit the ghost, just quickly hit the ghost immediately, and then just suck the ghost up. Don't even just take a quick second. It's fast. Tough Possessor, about the same thing as well. Only this time around, you can just once it attacks, flash, capture, stay back, but the ghost has to be far away from you, basically, because the ghost will get close to you at a certain point. So you gotta make sure you keep yourself away from the ghost.
Possessing the spider doesn't have health, and you have to use a power gauge. Well, guess what? You don't need to worry about it, at least for the first 2 times. The first 2 times, he actually won't drop down coins. He'll actually drop down some extra health.
Although, if you're really struggling with said mission, you could actually let yourself get damaged a little bit, have lower health, which will then give you an increased chance of getting actually hearts, because the ghost will drop hearts if your ghost health is low. So in a way, it's a counterbalance. Do you put yourself at low health against one of the bosses to fight and beat them to gain more health, or do you risk maybe probably fading much faster, or do you try to risk collecting some measly coins in said mission? It's tricky.
Take the health if the boss is too hard, but once you get on the 3rd one, it will spit out coins. So preferably just don't get near the coins when they come out of the ghost. And then there you go, you completed 1 out of the 5 mansions. Now, pretty much at this point, pretty much almost everything is pretty doable. You don't have to collect the boos at all. All they are used for is to look at them in the camera.
Oh, really?
Which really doesn't matter a lot.
Yeah.
They all look the same. But they can also be used for
Really
the
interesting.
ghost intruder missions, where basically it's a mission where you go around just catching ghosts as fast as you can. Again, really, there's not much of a point to it. You don't need...
I sort of think that's not why they're optional, but that's also why on my original Dark Moon series I did the whole no upgrade run. I went ahead and I actually attempted all 5 of those bonus missions because I wanted to kind of try to see if I could beat them, but without any collected coins and no upgrades. and they're not easy, even if you do try to do it sort of thing. So they are actually possible. They are all 5 missions are actually possible to beat with a 5-star rank. You actually have to be fast or pray you get actually lucky rooms. Because some ghosts in particular get some unlucky rooms. You're in trouble. Speed is basic key in those missions.
To do it in order.
And also make sure don't take any health. Don't lose any health. And not collect any coins. Because mind you, if we get 3-star rank on those missions, and not collect any treasure, you have to actually do 2 things. 1, capture multiple ghosts. Quite a bit of ghosts. 2, don't lose any health at all. And 3, have a very fast time. And it's tricky.
To beat the game, so carry on. And really, Haunted Tower.
And like I mentioned, I'll link it in the description below. The whole playlist. Like I recommend you actually watch the playlist. Please do.
Isn't that bad. Really get through everything. Push the coins to the side. Nothing will really stand in your way if you push it out of your way. You can make it all the way up to the staircase boss, which again isn't really that bad considering. Look at that. Next we get to Old Clockworks. Now Old Clockworks, good lord, isn't really that bad either. Again, just
Old Clockworks is really kind of bad. Yeah, okay. That I am going to agree with you on that sort of thing. Old Clockworks, really the first 2 mansions, and if you're trying to go for a treasureless run in general, are not that bad. There are some points that actually do make the game kind of hard, but there are some points that make the game actually it's the first 2 mansions not that hard to go through. Sure, there's some points that are kind of annoying, but only Old Clockworks gets to be pretty tricky. And it even starts as early actually as the very first mission. And every mission after that gets just as bad, if not worse. Literally, I think, if anything, if I ever did a video rating every single mission in Luigi Mansion Dark Moon, trying to beat without collecting any treasure at all, and getting actually 0 gold, I would say really anything, a lot of missions in old Clockworks, Secret Mine, and Treacherous Mansion, even actually King Boo's Illusion, would actually be on that list being pretty high. Hence why, actually, if anything, if you actually look on Reddit, on the Luigi's Mansion subreddit, I actually did see a series actually of posts where I went ahead and I gave myself a rating and had to beat every single game, as long as showing actually screenshots of my different saves, basically showing it 0 treasure, crudely edited because they weren't that great, and it was on Paint.net, or Paint, and Paint's actually pretty bad, or about average, and I went ahead and showed it off a little bit, and my rating of those games, actually, I think if I can find it a little bit, but once you get to Old Clockworks, the game actually increases in difficulty quite a bit, especially when you have the shielded ghosts, and that's when things get really interesting.
Just push all the coins to the side. I mean, really, that's really the only strategy you really need. But again, always keep collecting those dollar bills and gold bars, because those things are worth a lot. And you'll find out why very soon. You can pretty much make it through a lot of this stuff until you get to the clock boss in the Old Clockworks, because this clock boss is a bit of an interesting one. In this boss, you basically are on a clock face catching ghosts, or getting rid of whatever's on screen, and whether they drop coins. But again, we don't really have to worry too much, considering, again, you can use the gauged green, or if you're at it yet, the red version of the gauge, which can drop down 3 gold bars, which are very helpful. But again, not much to it, just keep stunning them. And also, money can eventually disappear as well, so don't really worry too much. And then Secret Mine, really not much to say. It's a very, very short mansion.
Yeah, Secret Mine is deceptively short, but it does make up with some really difficult missions. D1 is decent at best, but since you have Toad, you can't really do too much about it. But then you also have
Yeah.
DD2, which has also the infamous slide. And that one in particular, I remember my original run. I actually reset that thing 12 times. And that's actually before I actually realized about the whole Ghost Dragon thing. I realized that after the fact. If I would have known that, I wouldn't have worried about it too much. But it's just me. This is all back in July of 2019. So I did the whole treasureless run. Actually, no, better yet, no. Yeah, 2019. Slamless run 2019. It was July 2019. I did during then. So I actually did the run about 7 months actually later than him. But I had previously worked on and played through the run first time around without basically probably around 2018 maybe. So I definitely did run actually far earlier than him. Even though I only recorded the thing and then uploaded my stream about really a year or so ago, I should probably around this time actually, in particular when I uploaded it, if I remember correctly. But hey, look at that, this video's actually nearly done.
Not really a whole lot of coins. I mean, they do get in your way a little bit. However, again, push them out of your way, you'll be fine. And then we make it all the way to the Treacherous Mansion, which, again, isn't really that bad either.
No. Treacherous Mansion isn't that bad. It just has a lot of... I will say, though, Treacherous Mansion in particular... For his run in particular, I can never understand why it is not much of a problem. But when you add the whole factor of not collecting any treasure at all, Treacherous Mansion ends up becoming actually really a treacherous mansion. Because avoiding the treasure in general is difficult. And it's kind of sad that Nico never actually did Dark Moon or LM3. Actually, I don't think Nico did a coinless run of LM3. I know he did it for the first game, because he's one of those OG fans, but I don't think he ever did actually Dark Moon in the third game. Hopefully in particular, since it is actually a year ago when he last did the LM1 thing, he'll do it again with Dark Moon. And honestly, that might be a really smart thing if he does in his part, is if he did like once a year, or at least the next few years before Luigi's Mansion 4 comes out, he did coinless runs of the other two games. If he doesn't, that'd be a major disappointment, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, well, hopefully, and I might even link Nico BBQ on there, because I definitely was talking about him in a way in the tags. But Nico, if you're actually watching this and you find this point in particular, like, first of a thing, try to see if you can beat Dark Moon without collecting any coins or treasure. You know, because if anything, if you truly want to see Dark Moon played in a hard way, please do so. I've done it like a couple times. Each version is getting better and better. And I think honestly, in particular, it'd be cool to actually kind of see a bigger YouTuber actually attempt a challenge like that. Or heck, please actually attempt my Slamless Run challenge that I did, which also, if anything, definitely are linked in the description below, because I'm not kidding. Those runs are actually hard, very hard. Let's continue on with this video.
I mean, again, not much to it. Until we make it to Mission 5. Basic paranormal chaos.
Yeah. I am not gonna deny him in particular, that sort of thing. That mission itself, trying to beat while having to end up with 0 gold at the very end of the thing, especially when you can't go back and you have no healing and you also don't have a gold bone, is very hard.
Yeah.
And when I first played through Dark Moon, I thought actually you were required to have the final upgrade to at least actually beat Paranormal Chaos. I beat that mission 4 times. I beat that game I beat Dark Moon 4 times with lesser upgrades. The first time around when I had no upgrades at all and I was just trying to get used to the whole challenge run. The second time around was when I did the live stream, basically in a sense. Third time around, and I only got a couple of coins due to actually to, I believe, a pumpkin at the very end, unfortunately. And I was kind of just exhausted. third time around was when I redid through the game again, and I beat it with actually getting zero gold. It was very difficult. And then we have also my speed run where I got a game over on that mission with having less than full upgrades. I didn't beat it the second time around with less than full upgrades.
This mission is the reason why we need to collect all of these gold bars and dollar bills.
Yes, you need basically 20,000 gold, 20,000 gold in terms of gold bars and bills just to beat Paranormal Chaos. Yeah, you really do need that.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You can beat Paranormal Chaos with zero treasure. You can beat actually literally with nothing and have the most basic Poltergust 5000. It is possible, but it is very difficult, very time consuming, and you gotta also be very resourceful with your time. Time management is the biggest thing, and you also be very patient because, like I mentioned before, when I did my whole I have my whole guide video, I went through every single room in the best order to go for, and that's legit the best room thing to go for. My order I chose is the best order to go for because certain ghosts in particular are better to deal with than others, and it's recommended.
Because if you don't have enough, you're not really going to be prepared enough to take on this mission, and it will just be that much harder and probably impossible if you haven't collected any money yet.
Exactly.
No, and he's sort of actually right in a sense. It does get harder, but it's not impossible. He said it was impossible, dude. And sooner or later, when I play through Dark Moon again, I'll be able to prove it that it is actually possible to beat that mission without having basically literally zero gold. I'm gonna prove basically people actually wrong that it is actually possible. I've done it. I've done it once, and I got really close in the live stream before, and I'll do it again. It is possible. It is very difficult, and you got to be very patient, but it's possible.
Yeah, it takes
But
patience.
once you're there, hopefully by that point you have the Super Poltergust 5000, which can pretty much make this mission not too bad. Just don't use the first gauge. And yeah, then we get to the Nightmare boss, or the big suit of armor, whatever it is. Again, not much
that
to it.
one.
Then we get to the King Boo fight. Now, the King Boo fight isn't honestly that bad either. Again, he doesn't really seem to do a whole lot on the battlefield. However, in between phases 1 and 2, and 2 and 3, you'll even have to go through this long...
Honestly, I honestly can't just put King Boo as his boss fight having actually 5 phases instead of actually 3. Because the two phases of his running is just another part of his attack. And yeah, you have to avoid gold bars, and there are not really many coins on there, and that was really easily avoidable. The biggest threat in particular is mainly the gold bars. And yeah, you can still actually avoid them in a way, but it's very difficult.
Weird hallway of some kind, and sometimes he just wants to screw you over by putting coins there. But again, avoid those pesky things. The only real problem at this point is that you are being chased. But the thing is, take some hits if necessary. And keep in mind, once you get to the end of these hallways, you can get a health replenishment. And considering one heart can pretty much heal almost half your health, there's not really much of a worry. And then, there you go, you beat Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon.
That's in these mouths.
Mario. But again, you're probably going to be maybe broke. Because keep in mind, you did get all those dollar bills and gold bars. And maybe the gems. So, yeah. We finally did it. Mission
Gems don't give you gold, and yeah, mission complete. You did it. But did you really beat the game? Truly?
Well, no.
Well, that's the thing. Did you truly beat the game without collecting any coins? Yeah.
Well,
You didn't really show. You didn't really show much proof of it in particular, and that's mind you. You have 2.9K views, and if I looked at some of the comments, it's something entirely different. However, let's take this step back. You went ahead. You tried to go for mostly getting better upgrades, but you could have still beat the game without collecting any treasure. Even if you're actually forced to collect some gold coins in C3, Clockwork Battle, you can still do it without it. So yeah, it is possible. Very difficult.
Yeah.
And actually, I wonder if maybe I was doing actually the one ghost glitch with collecting the gem while actually triggering the boss fight would actually work. Maybe.
Mhm.
If that's the case, that'd be a bit interesting. I'll probably try to play test and check it out. You know, if actually that's possible.
Yeah.
Complete. Again, I know this video is not really that complex, and again, just like the first video I made, it's really not that bad. I mean, really, a lot of it just comes down to getting the stuff out of your way, and that's really it. So yeah, make sure to like this video and subscribe if you guys
And that's definitely a true thing. But yeah, for the guy in particular, I'm not kidding. You know, NCS 50 NCS 01, aka if I go back to the guy's name,
hello everybody,
Nintendo Craft Studios 07. Definitely say his particular. But yes, his run in particular was too easy. Really, and plus he had much footage at all. Legit, all he had in particular was some of the early parts of Chugga Conroy's best Chugga Conroy moments, which kind of was a letdown. Now, mind you, I have no idea how long ago his channel was even released. It was even came out, and why he has many subscribers. I'm not gonna focus on that; doesn't really matter. But in the case of this video in particular, what would have been helpful was showing actually kind of proof of at least the run or what he did. Because other than that, sure, talking about it was one thing, but actually showing proof that you beat the game without really much to go by is far more successful, and also gives you some nice brownie points because you at least beat the game in style and also showed proof of it. And that's what I'm actually planning on doing. And yeah, I'm not trying to say and like talk trash and say, you know, a lot of fun stuff. Oh no, I'm gonna back my word and say you can beat Paranormal Chaos without getting any treasure. It is possible. I'm telling the truth about that sort of thing. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching the stream.
Yep.
Hope you guys liked the video, subscribe, and here's actually my no upgrade run full guide video. If you're curious, here it is. And I'll see you guys next time.
Yep. Bye guys. See you next time. Make sure
Peace.
to subscribe to both of
well,
us.
I should wait. I should probably get the whole. I should probably wait before I finish it off. Let me go ahead and get. The channel's particular. I'll have image proof all 29 images. Yeah. Yeah, that's That's my original thing I did in particular. Total time it took me to beat that game, 12 hours. Ghost captured 339. Whole health lost quite a bit. Total treasure collected 105. And here's the mission. And here basically just to show it off a little bit. And I'll do one last thing in particular. Here you go. Here's basically different missions in particular at the very end. All right.
Okay.
Mind you, this editing in this video actually was pretty old. It's actually not that bad, I will say. For pretty old video, you know?
Yeah.
Though honestly, really thing, please check this challenge video out in particular. Like seriously, please do so. I did a pretty good job of this in particular. You know, I'm not reacting to my own video. I'm not doing that sort of thing. I'm just showing this off a little bit, so listeners can see it.
Yep, we're not doing that. It'll be way too long.
This video's already been long on itself on its own. Honestly, this reaction video would be pretty interesting. Uploading it.
Yeah.
I'll definitely upload this video and probably even premiere it in a way, so people at least can kind of watch it in a way.
Yeah.
Along also putting actually tags of both Nico BBQ and also, you know, the other guy in particular, because I mentioned him basically. Even Hurricane 500,000. I'll probably link them. Because technically, I did mention them in a way.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I think that, yeah.
I mean, and the photos, actually, those photos are taken actually by my phone, so they are not that great. But yeah, it was actually full proof. I did beat those games with no treasure.
Yeah, you got mentioned in his video on on Treacherous Mansion.
Yeah, Treacherous Mansion E1 or E2, I think.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Okay, I just need to pull up his. Yeah, I'm pulling up his playlist. Okay, where's Treacherous Mansion?
But yeah, not
After I get to his ad.
in particular. Chili Ride. I will say though, and I'm gonna pause for a second. I will say one thing though. I remember actually getting a 3-star rank on Chili Ride without collecting any treasure. In that moment, it actually was really a shock, because I did it completely on accident. I got a 3-star rank on that mission. I'm literally, and I'm not kidding to say this, when I tried to get a 3-star rank normally and I had full upgrades, I struggled like crazy. But in the no upgrade run, I got it first try for 3-star rank for that mission. And yes, if you were to go ahead and watch through my Dark Moon no upgrade run video playlist, which everything will be linked in the description below, I'll definitely do this sort of thing. You definitely can see exactly what I'm talking about in that whole run. And yes, it is actually definitely possible to get 3-star rank without collecting any treasure.
Yep.
It's very difficult. But here's Treacherous Mansion, basically. Quality of those pictures are pretty bad, but probably the best try with my phone. But hey. You'll have screenshots in a newer, better run.
Wait. Oh, here. Okay, that's.
Ambush maneuver. Yeah, the mission's pretty easy, but it's annoying. And here you go. Paranormal Chaos. Yes, it's possible with 0 gold. It is very, very, very difficult. So yes, there is actually proof you can beat this mission. There you go. In this reaction video, I'm showing you full proof of this sort of thing. Very difficult, but you can still do it. So anybody who actually watches this reaction video, which will be interesting in particular, I recommend in particular you go ahead and you just figure, yes, it's possible, and I've done it, and there's my proof. Top the Nightmare, another 3-star rank. And then
Oh, that's what it was.
and then Kimbo's Illusion, which And then came
You
his illusion, which technically was kind of was way too fast. Probably should have made it appear a little bit more so, but I got it made it went a little too fast, so I'll pause it for a little bit. That one was pretty difficult in its own right, but definitely a mission worthy of a final boss, even without any treasure. Because you had to do it with the treasure. Treasure was probably the most evil part of this entire run, and also get left any treasure, force you to restart, and have to deal with actually but only basically 5 faces. Hence why the whole 5 faces thing ends up being a thing.
Also, yeah, you mentioned. Yeah, sorry. You mentioned to Hurricane something about turning off motion controls.
Yeah, that's actually why I was actually thought I'm not liking Dream Team.
Yeah, you can actually. Wait, can you do that on Dark Moon?
Not motion controls. I believe actually motion controls are actually not required, but you can actually. I mean, some parts you might think it might be possible, but you can actually, if you actually have steady hands, you can avoid having motion controls actually mattering.
Yeah. And actually, and also the account you used is Mr. Gold Yoshi.
Oh no! That wasn't that was a different account. That was actually back when my old Instagram channel, old Gmail was dealing with some stuff in particular. But
Oh.
yeah, it is possible. So yeah, here we go. I showed off footage from every. I showed off footage. This on all the footage in particular, and I'm not kidding when I say this. If I went ahead and showed it off a little bit, just zoom in a little bit, every bit of this footage was all recorded by me and done all by me entirely. Every single mission done by me.
Yeah.
So yes, it is possible. It is possible, and it's a thing. So, if anything, I recommend. If anything, please watch this guide challenge video, and also, if anything, I mean, if you want to watch that guy's video, do so. Check him out. Show him some support in a way, but then as well, help me out by liking this video or this really long video in particular. And I can't spam a bunch of ads because YouTube won't help me out get 1,000 subscribers. YouTube, please help help a young creator out, and
help us out.
help a Yoshi out. I mean, do you want to see this guy not be happy, not get any enough subscribers?
Yeah.
No. Still, like this video, subscribe for more content, and actually help me out. Help me out complete my goals, basically. Actually, I think we're getting close to 400 subscribers, and actually, except for my goal is actually 500 subscribers by the end of the year, it will be possible. I don't know for sure, but if we can beat actually 400 subscribers, I'll definitely do a second attempt at a Luigi Mansion Dark Moon speedrun. I'll try to see if at least I can beat my record. Yeah. And that's also on YouTube. Linking everything in the description below. And I will see you guys next time with a future video.
Yeah. Bye guys, and help me get to 100 subscribers, please.
Help me get to 100 subscribers. Help me get to at least 400, if not 500 subscribers.
So close.
And have a nice day, evening, night, wherever you are. Stay golden, everybody.